Hi there, and welcome to Q the Health Podcast. I'm Ashley and Martin, the hostess, with so much love for you listening. Q the Health is here to help you take the right action for your health, healing, and well being. Have you met you? Do you like you? Our identity, who we are, is key to us living a good life. It's key to us living a life meant for us. In today's episode, we'll get into why it's important to love the skin that you're in and how to love the skin that you're in. Starting with this first part, focus on self-esteem. Our self-esteem shapes and is often shaped by our environment. If we think about how plants or flowers thrive in gardens, it can help us understand the importance of cultivating a healthy self-esteem and contributing to the healthy self-esteem of others. Healthy plants or flowers have a few key things that help them grow well. The right soil, the right amount of sunlight, the right amount of shade. So that spot and that positioning is very important. And the right amount of water. For some plants and flowers, there may be some other things that are added to enhance them. Now, typically they're added to the soil, even the water, but there are things like Miracle Grow, and there are things like other fruits, vegetables, foliage, and maybe some other things that you know about that help enhance the growth of the plant or flower. And guess what? Talking to plants and flowers nicely actually does work. Paying attention and caring for them by knowing when they need to be watered, all contribute, it all matters. And being grateful helps as well. Just as these things matter in the growth of a thriving plant or flower, you and your esteem need tender, loving care. It helps you and it helps those around you. Often what's on the inside of us is what comes out. And that does affect others. People who have healthy self-esteem tend to have a better outlook on life. It also contributes to resilience, and it allows for room to be able to just receive more and to give more. And again, to live a quality life. I invite you to take inventory from the inside out of where your self-esteem is and reflect on where you need to make some adjustments. So as we go through this healthy self-esteem inventory, I want you to think about in terms of more often than not when engaging with the checkpoints. Again, more often than not. So let's look at the first checkpoint. You feel good about yourself. You actually like you. You understand that you're human. But you, at the end of the day, you feel good about yourself. And at the beginning of the day, you feel good about yourself. Next thing. You don't wrongly compare yourself to others. You're not caught in the comparison trap. There's a right comparison and there's a wrong comparison. The right comparison can help us gauge and grow in different areas of our lives. But there's a wrong comparison that sometimes people get caught up in. That's not good. It's not healthy. And it can be more of a hindrance than anything. So you don't get wrongly caught up in that comparison trap and always comparing yourself to others. Next, you accept your strengths. Again, you understand that you're human, but you accept the things that you know well. It's important to have that in your psyche. It's important to have that in your mental storehouse. It's important to understand that, hey, I am doing something positive. I am contributing to society in a good way with my strengths. And then likewise, in the next checkpoint, you're honest about areas of growth that you're cognizant of. Sometimes we don't know what we don't know. But more often than not, you're honest about areas of growth. And you are okay with that. And you embrace that. That, again, spells that you're human. So think about that. Next checkpoint. You can celebrate yourself. You can celebrate things you have accomplished, things you have achieved, whether it's a small step or a giant leap. You can celebrate yourself. That is key. And then likewise, in the next checkpoint, you can celebrate with others. So you can too celebrate their small steps and their giant leaps without hating on them and without thinking less of yourself. You don't have to think less of yourself while you're celebrating others. Again, that healthy gauge and grow should come into mind. The things you're good at, things other people are good at. You can celebrate with others. Next checkpoint. You don't have self-deprecating speech more often than not. In other words, there's not much negative self-talk that comes out of your mouth or in your thoughts concerning yourself. That's something to think about and to pay attention to. How do you talk to yourself? Often how we talk to ourselves is a reflection of how we talk to others. Not always, but often it is. So think about that. And then the last checkpoint. You speak well of others and are honest when needed. If you're always having negative thoughts about somebody, it signifies a couple of things. Maybe there needs to be less frequent interaction. Or maybe that person needs to have less influence over you. And if it's somebody you can't help but to be in interaction with, consider how you can navigate mentally and emotionally some of that impact and that effect. And then secondly, sometimes it signifies a need to cleanse our lens. What is it that you're missing about this person that you need to see in a different way? If that's what's on the table, what do you need to see in a different way? Right? So think about that. And there might be something else that you discover. But speaking well of others and being honest when needed all helps our esteem. So after you've considered these checkpoints, take the next best step to improve. And then where things are good, consider how to maintain them. So here's to your healthy self-esteem and that of others. If you know someone who could benefit from this inventory, don't hesitate to share it with them. If something has worked for you, you want to share it with others, please do. Sharing is caring, and don't hesitate to leave any comment or question in the comments on YouTube. Until next time.